So we have this contact we want to bring in, and as you can see, we have the name, the first name, and all of this information. And if you are going to be bringing in a if you are going to be importing a contact, you have to make sure that all of the fields you are importing are currently in Zoho Begin. So you have to make sure that the list status is there, the list source is there, you have the address, and you have the state, you have all of this field that we currently have. So I am not sure I have my lead status. So I'm just going to create um a lead status what's it called? I'm just going to create a lead status field. And for the lead status, we only have one option that can be used for all. And for the lead source, we only have one option. So we are going to be using pick list, and it's going to be single line. Okay, so I have added in all of the options for pick list, and we are picking a single select, and we are picking all of this option for our lead status. So when we are done, we can set a default value if we want, and we can set this as open, and the default value is going to be opened when we do not have a pick list option. So we click on save, and now to click on save and new, because I need to also create the lead source. So let's create the lead source. Okay, so for the lead source, I am copying and pasting it here. So I'm just going to click on add options, and that has added all of my options. So instead of me typing it one by one, I can just load in the option if it is too much for me to type in. And when I load in the option, it is going to bring everything here. So I'm going to name this lead source, and I am picking a pick list, and it's going to be a single select. So after adding that, I can set a default value if I want, but I do not want to do that. And I click on save. And when I click on save, all of the options have been added. So when I'm done, I click on save for everything, and it is going to save all of the new leads. It's going to save all of the new custom field I just added. So the list status is here, so I can drag it and I can drop it here under lead source. Oh, no, yeah. Okay. So we have the lead source and we have the lead status. And when you're done, you click on save. And when you click on save, all of the custom field is going to be saved. The same way we created the custom field for contact is also the same way we create for companies, the way we create for products, even the way we create for pipeline fields. So when we go back into our contact, the contact page is just allowing us to bring every of the leads, the contact that we have, and we can be able to bring all of that into um this place. So we can see all the leads coming from websites, we can bring them here. If there are leads coming from your ads, your LinkedIn ads, or whatever ads you are using, you can also bring them in here. And to create a contact, we just need to click on the button create contact, and it's going to bring out this mini form where you can be able to create a new contact. And you can create a contact manually if you want, and you can also decide that you want to import contact. So for instance, if you want to import the contact, this dummy contact here, all we need to do is to go back into Zoho Begin, and we click on import contact, and import contact is going to take us to the page where we can drag and drop in a file, and we can be able to import that file. So let's upload this file. So I'm going to go back to my list. I am going to download this. um I'm going to download it as a CSV file, and that is because the import field in Zoho Begin is only going to allow us download CSV file or Excel file. As you can see, these are the options they allow, and I can click on upload. And when I click on upload, I can bring in my files, and it is previewing it here. And I click on open, and my file is going to be open in Zoho Begin. So now that my file has been updated, I am going to click on next, and it's asking me if I want to add as new contact or if I want to update existing contacts only. So let's say we have contacts in Zoho Begin already, and all we want to do is just to update the existing contact that we have. We are just going to click on this if we want that. But if we are going to be updating and adding new contacts, we are going to be clicking on both, and it is going to ask us to find the existing contact based on the most unique thing people use is the email, but sometimes you can also use the email ID if you want. That is if you have the email ID in your that is if you have the email ID in your Excel file. But if you do not use the email is a very unique field where you can be able to update existing contacts. So we are adding new contacts because we do not have we do not have all of these contacts in Zoho Begin already, and we are skipping every contact based on the email. So that means if we add new contact and we see any other contact that is that have the same email in Zoho Begin, it is going to be skipped. So when we are done, we click on next, and as you can see, it took me to this mapping page where I can be able to map all of the details in here. And as you can see, most of them have been mapped. We have the first name, we have the last name, we have the email, and all of this has been mapped. I just need to look for address. So as you can see, all of this has been mapped, and we can also apply auto mapping, and that is just going to automatically map all of this itself. And we can see the column that has been mapped. We can see the column that has not been mapped. We can also reset the field mapping, and resetting is going to remove all of this, and you will have to reset it yourself. And we can also create new fields. If you discover that the field that you have in your file are not currently in Zoho Begin, you can just click on create new field. But since they are not any unmapped field, it is not going to create a new field. So you can go back to previous action, or you can go to the next action. And when you click on next, it is taking you to this page where it is going to ask you who to assign this contact to. So if you're importing contacts into Zoho CRM, you will have the list of your users in here, and you can decide who you want to assign this contact to. So we can also add in tags if you have tags in here already. As you can see, we have all of these tags here. But if you want to add in a new tag, all you need to do is just type the name of the tag. As you can see, I want to try to add new lead, but we do not have the new lead tag, so it is going to ask me to create a new lead tag. And as you can see, that has been created, and we go back. Yeah, and we can also decide that if we are going to be importing all of these contacts, we want them to trigger an automation in Zoho Begin. And when you click on this, all of these contacts can trigger an automation if they fit any of the criteria you have set in the automation. So we can toggle this on if we want, and when we are done, we click on finish. And when we click on finish, the file is going to be imported. You just need to wait for, like, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes or just 1 minute, and everything is going to be imported. And it is saying here that success, your data has been imported, everything has been imported. You can just click on this, and you can see all of the data that has been imported into Zoho CRM. You can see all of the data that have been added, and the one that have been updated, the one that was skipped. You can also see if you have any warnings for each of the field. As you can see, we have a very clean record, a very clean import. There are no warnings, there are no skipped records, there are no updating records. So when we are done, we cancel this and we refresh our contact page. We should see all of the contacts that we currently have in Zoho. Yeah, so all of the contacts have been added into Zoho Begin. And also there is an other option where we can add in a new contact. So instead of importing all of those contacts, we can also decide that we want to just click on the button here. We can decide I want to import from another CRM. So if you're using HubSpot, or you're using Pipedrive, or you're using Zoho CRM before, and you want to import all of these contacts that you have in all of this CRM into this one, into Zoho Begin, all you need to do is just to click on the particular CRM you are using. So we are doing from Zoho CRM to Zoho Begin, and as you can see, it is asking me to choose the organization, and my organization is Glory Words. So I'm just going to choose import now, and this is going to import all of my record in that Zoho CRM account to Zoho Begin. As you can see, it is loading. Now, there is a clause here. You have to be very, very careful while you are doing this, because this is going to import your deals, it's going to import your contacts, it is even going to import your custom fields. Yes. So you have to be very careful if you want all of that data in Zoho CRM into Zoho Begin. If you do not want all of those data, it is better for you to, like, build up Zoho Begin manually by importing and exporting, creating the custom field you want. But if you want all of those data into Zoho Begin, then you can go through this route. So it is still importing, and while we wait for it to import, we can minimize this. And as you can see, it is saying data import in progress, and that is how to import from another CRM. And also, if we also want to import notes, we can also import notes from a CSV file, or from whatever you want to do. We can also create a form if you want, but we'll get to that in a minute. So before we move on to components. I want us to check this out. We have the list view and we have the sheet view. So the sheet view is different from the list view in such a way that, as you can see, it's just the lines to me, but nothing else. But yeah, so my import has been done, and as you can see, it is saying my import is successful, and I can view my import summary. And when I click on view import summary, it is going to show me where it's added all of the records I have. As you can see, it's saying that it added 5 pipelines, it added one user, updated one user, and we do not have products from Zoho CRM, so there is no product. It added 4 components and it added 52 contacts. As you can see, this is everything that is going to be added. That is why you have to be very careful if you actually want to bring all of this into Zoho Bigin. If you do not want to bring it into Zoho Bigin, please do not go through importing from another CRM. So everything that has been added is in here. And if you go back to our contact, we should see that our contact should increase and we should have new contacts. As you can see, we now have 72 contacts in Zoho CRM. If you take a look at your Zoho Begin processes and you feel that there's something wrong, or there is a particular feature that you do not understand, or there is something that is going on but you cannot actually figure out what is wrong, we offer comprehensive audit for your Zoho Begin account. We are going to look at everything that is working and everything that is currently not working, and how we can help you fix all of those things that are currently not working in your Zoho Begin account. You can book your comprehensive audit in the link in the description, and also do not forget to like this video and also share to everyone you think might need this video, and also subscribe to this channel. Guys, we are currently at 94 subscribers, and that is quite low for the content we put out on this channel. So please do not forget to like this video and also share to everyone who you think need this video. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.